Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. As you all know, we had an October monthly update. Unfortunately for many of you, the update was 2.5 hours long by the Cardano team. I know which part you guys are probably most interested in. It is probably the Goguen roadmap and the native assets. And they did talk about that. There was like 15-30 minute segment. I'm going to try to condense that all down. I did actually go back and watch that segment with Dimitri and some other people, and it is very, very interesting. So let me shrink what I actually have on the monitor, and we'll actually look at the entire Goguen plan and also just the native assets plan. And also, this is a screenshot of the ERC20 converter. They already have a beta version of it. Now they're just testing to make sure it actually gets all worked. So it is a multi-layered plan, and part of it they've already started doing or have already done, which is the metadata migration. Goguen mainnet is going to launch once everything is ready, and that includes the ERC20 converter. So the smart contracts, the ERC20 converter, the native assets, everything will actually be there by February 2021. So that is like the final date for everything, and they are very, very confident that they will actually hit that date. So before that, they're going to have everything on like the they're going to launch a lot of stuff on the pre-production platform, and after that, everything's going to be just on the mainnet, and then we'll have smart contracts and the ERC20 converter. That pretty much aligns up with what I've been actually looking at. I'd said like early 2021 when everything is done, Goggen's completely launched with the ERC20 converter. Like I originally did not consider the ERC20 converter as part of Goguen, but they've actually lumped it in with Goguen now. So it's actually going to be done by February 2021. So like right now they're going to launch like the kind of like a Marlowe playground. They're going to do that this week. And then they're going to launch a Plutus playground very soon. The Marlowe Alpha standalone will actually be later this week. Then they have the Marlowe Dev Beta and then Marlowe 1.0. And all the development, everything is actually going to be done. The tool suite is going to be done. And also Plutus, everything is going to be done by February, including the ERC20 converter. And that was kind of like the timeline. I've always said like, smart contracts by the end of this year, and then ERC20 converter early next year. Well, everything is going to be in by February and it will be fully functional. Now, what about partner integration? Now, they do actually have partners. AGI is the first one that we know of, but they have other ones, and I think they're going to mention them as we actually go along. Now, they're actually going to get like an early intro into Cardano Goguen. So with the tokens, the partners actually get access in November in like the pre-production for like a mint process to get them actually used to it. So they're already like probably starting next week or the week afterwards. The partners that Cardano have are already going to already start to onboard onto Cardano through the mint process. So and have their own built native assets. So the ecosystem is coming together. And it is pretty cool. So the Cardano native assets, the other thing that everyone is actually interested in, right now this is December 2020, like back here is probably like November. So you have the APIs, you have multi-currency node implementation, which they're actually starting to do. They have the wallet API and DB sync updates in December. They have dataless support migrating over to the Goguen in December, January, and then token metadata server integration. They've already actually migrated a lot of the metadata. The metadata integration is going to happen in December as well. Explorer support for multi-currency, exchanges integration window. So like switching over to complete Goguen, they need the big exchanges to actually be on board as well. So that window is actually going to happen probably in December, January. So you might see a bit of downtime with Cardano on some of the exchanges, and that's because all the big exchanges need a bit of time to actually update with Goguen, kind of like they did with Shelly. But they're going to give a bigger length of time for the exchanges to do that, so there's no one really lagging behind. I'm sure there's going to be people lagging behind, but they're going to give them adequate amounts of time to try to switch over. And then like that all has to happen, including the exchanges with before the Goguen mainnet actually launches. And then like probably December, January, they're going to have the ERC20 converter internal testing and the ERC20 converter wallet testing. So that's going to be done by Goguen mainnet as well. So by February, they will have smart contracts. They'll have the ERC20 converter, all the wallets, and a lot of the APIs and suites ready, and they will be ready to steal projects from Ethereum, as well as have all their mini partnerships actually come on board and actually start using Cardano as a production and commercial environment. So that's where we actually are right now. And that was like a 5-minute video. I know a lot of you guys don't want to watch like a half an hour video or a 1 hour video where they go through all the technical details, but that's kind of like a high level overview. The main date is like February 2021 because that's when the ERC20 actually is done and everything goes on board. You can check the status of like, the Marlow updates, the Plutus updates. That'll be coming along in November, December, January. And the smart contracts, that'll be coming along as well by the end of the year. And overall, everything is going to launch by February, including the ERC20 converter. And if you're wondering, they already have a demo of the ERC20 converter, and that's actually what it looks like. And after that's done, like I do expect some projects from Ethereum to convert over. Yes, so everything will actually be launched by next year, and that's when products will come on board. Remember, that's still like 2 or 3 years earlier than Ethereum 2.0. So you have plenty of time to actually like steal some projects from Ethereum because 2.0 is at least probably 3 or 4 years away. So pretty cool news for Cardano. Really didn't like boost the price any because they didn't announce like which partnerships they have. And I think like it didn't really boost price because that's basically what everyone was expecting. I think some people were expecting Goguen to actually launch today, but it like obviously didn't because that was never the plan. But anyways, everything is still on schedule. The ERC20 converter, everything will be done by early next year, and then we'll see what Cardano, as from a technical standpoint, can actually do. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Oh, besides, it is November, so in about a week or two, Cardano Foundation will be generating less than 50% of the blocks for the nodes. So it will be decentralized. By March, they should be generating 0% of the nodes. That's still much better than pretty much like most of those projects out there. And it will become more and more decentralized as time goes on. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.